Say knee in Spanish?
Fuck.
Sí, yeah, te chingó, güey.
This nigga just showing off, bro.
Oh, shit, let me give you a hard one. How do you say ankle in Spanish?
Tovillo.
Damn, tobillo. All right, cool.
That don't even make sense, bro. I gotta check that one
I
out.
didn't write the book. I just read it.
How do you say hat in Spanish?
Cachucha.
Ain't got no time, baby. I ain't never had a silver spoon. Granny house on the couch in the living room. If you living what you rapping, and I'm
Welcome once again to another season number 2 of the Forever Up podcast. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, today's guest, we have young DrummerBoy. Give it up for young DrummerBoy.
Yeah.
Episode number 1, man. Yo, dude, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh no, thank you for having me, man. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on the podcast and everything going up.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. We're all trying to level up just like you. You've done a lot of leveling up recently, so we're here to catch up on that, even after your break and whatnot. But first off, introduce yourself. Let people know where you're from. For those of you, for the people that don't know you,
Yeah.
a little background.
Well, I'm a young DrummerBoy, man. I'm from Pomona, California, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? One of the undisputed Mexicans out here putting it off for the game. You know what I mean? So that's about him right there, you know?
And been doing it for a while, too. I saw you come up in your early stages. You were establishing yourself as a rapper here in Los Angeles.
Right.
Mexican rapper in Los Angeles.
Right.
Which isn't something to do, something easy to do, something easy it's easy to accomplish.
Right.
It's difficult, you know, for
In a real
people,
way.
for Latinos like us, you know, to navigate through the hip-hop world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So right now, out of everything that you've accomplished so far, bro, what's like the best thing in the world for you right now at this point in your life? Like what's important now?
Of my accomplishments?
Yeah,
like what am I
what's
proud of?
What are you proud of, and what's more important now in your career than what was important before?
What I'm proud of now is I'm able to take care of my team, you know what I'm saying? Like the people around me that help me do, because I'm not a one-man band, you know what I'm saying? So I got a good team with me, you know, Turtle, Hondo, you know, Chris jumped on board, you know, people that just help me get to where I need to be at, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you need people around you like that to get the jobs done. You mean you can't take on the road by yourself. So I'm proud to say that I could take care of my team, you know what I'm saying, and help them feed their families. And then, you know, finally, I know I talked about it on different podcasts and shit like that, but I was finally able to buy my own house, man, straight off rap.
Congratulations.
You know
I
what
heard
mean?
about that, man. That's a big accomplishment, bro.
Yeah.
In Pomona, LA.
Oh no, we over there with the white folks, man.
Hey, let me ask you about that. How important do you think that is, given the fact that there's a lot of rappers that, you know, love the hood, want to give back to their neighborhood, want to give back to the city they grew up in, and want to do right for them and whatnot. You know, I don't want to say the names because we all kind of already know off the top of our head, but
Right.
What is it about not wanting to leave the hood that kind of gets you caught up, and then, you know, you eventually kind of die, I guess?
Well, see, the difference between me is like,
Do you feel like it's important to move out?
I think it's safe, you know, safer to move out. It's because it's not even just about enemies, bro. It's like, I got gang unit and I got Pomona PD, like, you know what I'm saying, they looking into me, you know what I'm saying, like I've got 3-4 cases in the last, some odd years, and when you're in the forefront with music and you happen to be, affiliated with gangs and stuff like that, you end up becoming a target. So it's not just about enemies, it's about, you got a lot of eyes on you and shit, you know what I mean? And then it gets harder to maneuver like that, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up in an era where, going to the liquor store wasn't safe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
right.
If you was going to the liquor stores, you was hitting different gas stations and stuff, you knew, like, okay, you better be ready because shit's gonna get off, you know what I mean? And for my son, I'm just like, I wanted a different environment for him, you know what I'm saying? I wanted him to do what, what I didn't do, you know what I mean? And people around me didn't have the opportunity to do, you know what I'm saying? So that was important to put him in a different situation, because I felt like if my son was born in the neighborhood, he might inspire to be from the neighborhood one day. And
You don't
I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want
no one
that.
wants
Yeah.
I just recently became a father, so.
Oh,
there's certain-
congratulations.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much, man. There's not. No, I don't want my son to do anything crazy that I did or whatever. So I totally get where you're coming from, man.
Right.
Little Drum, Baby Drum isn't so baby no more. How old is Baby Drum now?
Oh man, he's 13. He already, you know what I'm saying? I had to school him, man. He over here like, he talking to females, sexing females and stuff. I'm like, look, bro, you gotta put school first. You
School
mean?
first, and they have it easy, I think, nowadays. As I was growing up, man, we didn't have access to girls' cell phones numbers. Like, we had to call the house.
Yeah.
And hope mom and dad didn't answer the phone. You feel me?
God.
Like, it was crazy, bro. So
Yeah.
they got it easy. You gotta watch out with that, man. But I'm sure you'll school them, well enough and whatnot.
I've been on him. You know what I'm saying?
But congratulations on your house.
Oh, thank
what
you.
did it take to accomplish that right there? Like, how many years in the making for that to happen?
When I actually set my mind to it, you know what I'm saying? It took a few years. It was stuff that we kind of, growing up in the hoods and neighborhoods and shit like that, they never really tell you what is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I found out most important thing was like credit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Having good credit and having, saying money in the bank and shit. Big Chucky just arrived right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So having money in the bank and shit like that, you know what I mean? I live my life putting money in the shoebox, and when it came time, I'm like, yo, I got all this bread, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go buy a house. And they're like, nah, that needs to be in the bank. And that needs to be, your credit needs to be on point and shit like that.
And that's a gem right there for a lot of rappers, because a lot of rappers, cash is king in a lot of places, a lot of the times.
Right.
But when you're moving in the financial world and it comes to buying like real estate and big dollars,
Yeah.
your money has to be shown that it has to be in certain accounts. You have to see the
Gotta
money
be
flow.
legit.
It gotta
Everything
be
legit.
super legit.
Yeah.
So you trying to manage that? That's what took a while, trying to show all
That,
the.
yeah, all that took a while. Yeah.
So what's the best advice you can give to somebody who's in the music industry and like does their taxes and trying to do their taxes and buy a house?
Do your taxes right. Make sure you claim them the right way. Work on your credit and start putting money in the bank, man. It ain't bad to have some savings tucked aside, but learn how to save your money. The best thing I ever learned how to do is to save my rap money, bro. I didn't go out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got nice things on me.
Bro, let me get that chain. I can feed Mexico with that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man.
But just manage your money, man. Manage it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got record labels throwing out numbers at you, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I've been getting big numbers thrown at me, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard to turn them down, but I turned it down, you know what I'm saying? I don't look at it. I don't like to get myself in debt, and basically that's what it is. If a record label comes and says, hey, look, we're gonna sign you and we're gonna promise you make you the biggest star on earth, and here's an advance,
Right.
it's basically a loan with motherfucking high interest rate, bro.
And that's a good thing that you said that, because I was about to ask you, like, what captures the artist or the rapper, or gets them caught up in that world of wanting, like, what makes them want to be signed? Like, why not want to be independent? What makes them, what's that urge to want to be signed by a record label? Like, what is that?
I think
why do they feel like that?
and it's what I think it's becoming more and more evident today, and they're doing it more today. You know what I'm saying? It's the feeling like you're like, you don't know what to do, so you look to somebody else to do it for you. So, hey, how do we do this? How do we get on playlists? Even something as simple as like, how do we get on iTunes?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's simple to do for an independent artist. Anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can make money off music. I think it's the lure of them saying, look, we're gonna put you on iTunes, Spotify. We're gonna put a little budget behind you. Might be small, might be big. I think that's the lure that gets them. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's nothing anybody can do for you that you can't do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if the labels do have a longer reach, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. Because if you don't have a fan base, that you don't have something that's gonna appeal to the people, ain't shit no record label gonna be able to do for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There's an example of that. Have you heard of the artist Lil Russell?
Yeah.
What he just recently accomplished.
Yeah, I've been seeing him. I've been seeing him go viral.
My God, he sold X amount of albums in an hour, which was more than what any other artist has sold, like Beyonce. Just kind of recap really lightly on it. Basically broke the record, and then he did it all independently.
Right.
And I think
he did like his own website and everything.
His own website, but also the people were paying what they thought the value of the album was. Like, so there's people that paid $1,000 for the album. There's people that paid like maybe $10, $20, $30, $40 for the album. Whatever you wanted to give, pretty much, or what you thought it was worth, is what you would pay.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's pretty dope.
That's crazy. You want to maybe look into that, because obviously that's a really good thing. And the whole getting signed to a record label is something that that's something I don't think the record label wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, but what's going on now is, and this is just me speculating, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously we've been in the business enough to know the business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, record labels are recognizing that we are able to generate money, and we really don't need them.
Right.
So they're putting up barriers for us to
Obstacles, hurdles.
It is, bro.
Can you give an example of one of those obstacles?
The biggest
something
one
to look out for people that are up and coming right now.
The biggest one is YouTube. They put so much restrictions on YouTube. So an artist like me, myself, I'll drop a video, and it's limited ads. It's the reach. If I've had 200 subscribers, only a handful of those will see them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a way that they're like, okay, you come with us and we gonna run these ads and make these ads work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you do it on your own, you're jumping around and trying to get shit passed and shit like that, because shit changed in the last year, bro. Because you remember my old videos, man. This shit was going nuts, bro.
Before, you were wild and dog.
Yeah.
Fucking Jaina shaking their ass. Tenías you were out there with all kinds of props.
All kinds of props,
You know
man.
what I mean? I've kept up with you a lot. I know sometimes social media doesn't really cross our paths for some reason, or it doesn't pop up or whatever. But I've kept an eye on you. I've
That's
supported
it.
you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Those are the obstacles.
Those are the obstacles. That's exactly that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have whatever 100,000 odd amount of followers, and you're posting, and you know what I'm saying, it's not reaching everybody. Like I'll drop a video, and 2 weeks later, I'll have people in my comments like, hey, when's this video dropping? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that shit dropped last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're not seeing it.
And I'll see the post and I'll be like, oh, 2 days ago and shit. Like, well, why the fuck didn't this pop up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it wasn't like that before, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't. I don't know what's going on now, because I recently realized something else. I post a picture, now I'm not getting the same amount of likes I was getting.
All that.
It's crazy, bro. And it's an obstacle, but
it's the powers that be, bro.
it's definitely a internet world, and you have to know how to maneuver through that now. Do you have anybody in your camp that's very savvy with that kind of stuff, man? Because you gotta have somebody who knows how to move, how to post, at what time and shit for X amount of people to watch your video or whatever.
Yeah, it's deeper than that. You have to have, you know what I'm saying? That's what me and my manager, Christian, we was looking into, because when I signed I have major distribution. So I went off on my own, and I got major distribution. So now we started High Forever, the label. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Chucky, Charlie Stone's one of my first artists. Yeah, hopefully we'll sit him down right here with us, maybe get a few words with him if we can.
That's cool.
But now we're learning everything, you know what I'm saying? Because when I go into a situation, I've been in different situations and shit.
A lot of situations, legal situations too.
Yeah,
not just in the music industry.
Yeah, exactly. I try to soak up the game and see how I could, how I could see what they're doing, okay, and then apply that to my business strategy and how we gonna make this record label move and shit.
What's the newest thing that you've learned out of all these years? I remember when you first started, you were still trying to learn how to distribute your music, how to get promoted, how to move in the right direction. What's something learned that you know now compared to the last few years?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing that you need now is you need the streets behind you, bro. They could try to cap your music, you know what I'm saying? They could try to put those barriers in front of you, but realistically, bro, if the streets got you and they're tuned in,
They looking for you.
nobody can stop that, bro.
And that's a big wave right there too, man. The LA music scene is something different. It's a very loyal scene too.
Right.
What do you say to your fans, man? What's one thing that you want to say to your fans?
I love my fans. I love my fans. I know I probably don't say it much, you know what I'm saying, but my fans have put me in a position to accomplish my dreams, man. And you know what I'm saying, that's not something that people should take lightly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't care where it is. If somebody comes up to me and says you're a fan of my music, bro, we taking that picture. I'm signing something. Like, I'm showing all the love that I can, because I know it's been said before, but without the fans, bro, we ain't nothing.
You really ain't nothing. Compton AV said the same thing, and I think you guys kind of almost have the same like trajectory in the sense of like the way you guys move to make it all independently, all by yourselves and shit.
Right.
You know. And I remember when we first met and stuff. I came out to one of your shows. He let me. I'm not gonna say he blessed me. He let me host it and shit. You feel me?
That's right.
I remember you had a really core like fan base, bro. Like they really fuck with you, bro.
Mm.
You know, other rappers were there too from that area and whatnot that night. They came out to support too. You know, I don't want to say no names and shit like that. I don't want to start nothing or whatever. But they're out there supporting and shit. So that's really good to see. How much has your fan base changed from then till now?
I mean, my core fan base has stayed the same, man. Like, it's just growing, you know what I mean? It's growing. So, you know, it's like they pass it on, you know what I'm saying?
Outside of like Pomona and Los Angeles, have you reached out to other fans in different cities, different states, different countries?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Denver, Salt Lake City, up north towards Washington, a lot of the hot spots for Hispanics and shit, you know what I'm saying? They, you know what I mean? Because like you said, there's not a lot of people that are waving that flag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and some
proudly.
of the Mexicans that are on top, you know, they don't wave that flag either, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll come out and I'll play some fucking Vincente, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll come, that's how I'm walking out, like Canelo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want to let it be known that, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm doing it for our people. You know, I don't think nothing's wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to fit in. I'm here to do me, what I want to do, and, you know what I'm saying, and represent for the people in a real way, you know?
You are a person who represents for the people in a real way. You also do what you want to do. I mean, one of your lines in one of your songs is, I smoke my weed, I stack my chips, motherfuckers can't tell me shit. And boy, that's the fucking truth. I've witnessed it.
Yeah.
People can't tell you shit.
Yeah.
You know, you've matured a whole lot since then.
Right.
You know, from that line specifically.
Yeah.
Can people still tell you a little shit now, you know, just to kind of help you, guide you a little bit, maybe into the right direction and shit, if you kind of, you know, feel like you're not sure about something?
Yeah, you got it. Look, always learn. You know what I mean? Continue learning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always learning something new. But if somebody's saying something that they don't know about, yeah, they can't tell me nothing about that.
Can't tell me shit. I'm gonna smoke my weed and stack my shit.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know, and you know, it just depends how motherfuckers speak. You know, you feel a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, it's always been, look, even when it's not love, you know what I mean? When you know that you ain't cool with certain people, you know, when you're around them, it's a different vibe. So
It's a different vibe.
that's why you don't see me like, you know, popping off on the internet and shit like that, or you know, a lot.
You're not someone who chases the beef, right?
Nah.
Even though you got beef, you know.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, I'm not out there. I mean, that's how I was raised. That's how I was taught, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I grew up with a generation of big homies that, you know, showed me and showed us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how you move. You know what I mean? And anything else is just kind of goofy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not gonna walk up into a spot and start yelling out like, "Hey, who got beef with me?" type of shit. Nah, you know what I mean? If it's gonna happen,
You want
it's
happening.
Yeah, you know, it's a certain poise you have to have about yourself, and I think some people might have lost that, you know what I'm saying? And look, I just look at it like, if you're gonna do anything for views, or you're gonna do anything to get into interaction, you know, that interaction that you're looking for,
Right.
don't do it. You know what I'm saying? If it's something goofy,
If you're not about that life.
If you don't mean what you're gonna say, you just saying it so you could go viral. Like, don't do it.
So like, how do you feel about like the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine situation? Like, he was about that life and he isn't now. Like, kind of, he's not really making that much noise, but he is. Like, so how do you feel about that?
I mean, with him, it's like, they're different. You know what I'm saying? Over there on the East Coast, it's not the same over here. You know what I mean? It's not the same. So, I mean, he did precisely that. He went out there and he started doing his shit and talking. You know what I mean? And it essentially all just backfired on him. I don't feel like nothing good could come from that shit.
Well, nothing really came. Like, people kind of randomly spot him here and there and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it can't really lead to anything good sometimes.
Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I just stay under the radar, man. And
so how do you handle your beef then? If you do have beef, you talk it out with the person, you just let it be and shit. If it's on site without putting it on video.
Right. Yeah. I mean, any beef I have, it's already been taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And however it got taken care of, you know what I'm saying? It's not for the public to know about it, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's real beef, like, I don't consider rap beef a beef, you know what I'm saying? Like, we come from the streets, I come from LA, I'm LA County Pomona, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I came from the streets where beef was settled differently, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and nobody's really supposed to broadcast that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you go do your dirt and shit like that, you want to keep it as low key as possible, and I think going to the internet to it is just like the total opposite for that. You know
let me
what I
ask you. Let me ask you this right now, with like everything going on, the whole like PNB Rock situation,
right?
With the whole, people talking about checking in and shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that going on. How do you really feel about rappers from other cities coming in and tapping in? Because you've worked with so many different rappers, dog. $sign Young and shit, like
my dog,
bro, like a lot.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about them? You think they should like check in? People should be checking in. People shouldn't be checking in. Like, what should they be doing? Should they be worried about what the fuck's gonna happen over here, or what's up?
I mean, bro, at the end of the day, everybody is a human being, and everybody, you're a man. Before I'm a rapper, before I'm a gangbanger, before anything else, I'm a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as telling somebody what to do, you know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna, it ends well, you know what I mean?
You can't go to New York till you check in with Wu-Tang Clan and shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know how to feel about that. I also don't know how to feel about people that come. You should check in. I think you should be respectful to the city.
Respectful is
you
different.
feel me?
Yeah,
respectful to the city, respect the culture, respect the city, respect the people. Don't be out here wild and thinking you can do whatever the fuck you want, because at the end of the day.
But you take that all away once you tell them what they have to do. So that respect is like, okay,
out the window.
It's out the window. Like, if you like, hey man, you got to check in before you get here. I'm be like, I'm not doing that.
People kind of believe that though because of those social media platforms. There's a lot of social media channels or platforms or profiles on Instagram and stuff that play a big role in manipulating the narrative of whatever's going on.
Right.
How important as an artist are those types of platforms? You know what I mean? Like the full community platforms, like stuff like that, and for artists nowadays.
They play a good role in this shit, you know what I'm saying? As far as promotion, you know what I'm saying? It's promotion, no matter what they put up. We talking about music.
Yeah, right? Music lead promotion,
So people like them, Latin Beast TV, you know what I'm saying? People that post the shit. It's good to reach that because they're reaching followers that we don't have, you know what I'm saying? People that don't know about us, you know what I'm saying? So,
in different cities, different states.
Different city, different states, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I appreciate them and what they do and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Do you as a artist reach out to them or they reach out to you? How does that work?
It could go both ways.
Is it a mutual relationship? You guys have like, hey, X amount of money, boom, 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 promote it?
It go both ways like that, you know what I'm saying? It depends how we want to move, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes we have budgets, you know what I'm saying? Well, all the time we have budgets for albums, so you know what I mean, we see where we want to put it, but like as far as like full community, that we talk about like funny shit, you know what I mean, like what's up, cool bro shit. Yeah, you know what I mean, and they'll push it up, and and it's as artists, I mean,
is an important platform for them now.
It's important for anybody to put it up.
Yeah.
Anybody talking about you is a good thing.
Yeah, it's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Even if you're talking bad.
Because there could be 10 people that's seen it, and as long as 2 or 3 people fuck with it, then you got 2 or 3 new fans.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And even the 7 that are left, they're still tapping in, bro.
Yeah.
They're still watching.
They're still watching. Even
go ahead, leave bad comments on my shit. Like run it up, bro.
With the thumbs down and shit.
All that, like, it's good. Just push that button. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you've been moving so much. You've been you took about a year break from the music scene. Due to a family matter.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that some other time. But it's not easy to take time off and then kind of come back. What was kind of one of the hardest hurdles for you coming back as an artist?
Everything that changed. YouTube policies, Instagram algorithms, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It was different.
Did you have to feel like you had to go back to school and shit and kind of re-up a little bit of kind of
I mean, we had
training course and shit?
We're still in the middle of figuring it out, you know what I'm saying? That was basically the only shit that changed, you know what I'm saying? Because I was used to putting up a video and doing what the fuck I wanted in it, right?
Yeah.
And we got over 100 million views on our YouTube channel and shit like that, all organically. And now when we push it out, it's like it's almost shelved, like they're pushing you in the bottom of the algorithm. That wasn't happening a year ago. You know what I'm saying? It
wasn't. People were out there posting, and people were watching the content you were posting when it was posted and whatnot. It was
just popping up in front of you, like it would pop in front of your feed. Now I might drop a video, you subscribe to me, and you won't even see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I follow you, I got the notifications,
Yeah.
I got all that. All of a sudden, your shit ain't popping up, your stories ain't popping up.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
all the big booty hoes pop up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's what I was talking about with the record labels, because they could do that shit and like nobody gives a fuck. Charlie Stone was showing me, what video was that you were showing me, where he had like the butt naked stripper on. Yeah.
Okay.
They got them with no clothes on.
No clothes, bro.
No clothes, and nobody was tripping.
And you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And it's probably on a banner on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
What level status is that? You know what I mean? What level status you got to be for you to I
think what it
get
is.
away with that and just maybe get a slap on the hand.
Yeah, what I did learn is that, and what we are trying to establish right now is that you have to have relationships with. I mean, you obviously record labels have relationships with YouTube. They have relationships with Spotify. Mm-hmm. So it's like it is kind of like who you know. You know what I'm saying? Like.
At the end of the day, a lot of people don't know this, but it really comes down to like maybe less than 10 individuals in top corporations, like who you know at Apple, who you know at Spotify, and those two people know each other, and those two people know the main person at Warner Music. You know what I know? It kind of trickles down and shit.
It does,
and it really is who you know and what you and. Not who you know, but who knows what you know how to do too. You know what I mean? People don't want to waste their time with people who ain't talented.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You can wear a gold chain, a nice ass watch, and you probably can't rap for shit. You
exactly.
know what I mean? But people,
the music got to speak for itself. The product got to speak for itself.
Especially for the streets to be behind you, because that's at the end of the day, that's the thing what the streets really respect. Someone who's really themselves. You've leveled up. You've humbled yourself. You also haven't really stayed stagnant. You've always evolved, worked with different artists. Now that you've kind of matured a little bit, is there any artists that you're looking to work with, and are you looking to kind of change your style of music? Sometimes it's the girls and shit. You ever maybe plan on serenading a young lady perhaps one day and treating her nice on the video and shit?
Who was telling me? Letty was telling me about that.
Letty.
Yeah, Letty in the morning.
Oh shit! Shout out to the homegirl. Yes, Letty.
She was just like, she's like, hey, all your music's degrading to women. Like, when are you gonna make some, you know what I'm saying? When you gonna make something, for them,
like something from G Unit shit or something. I don't know.
But you got to understand, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of just
put you on blast.
Yeah, she did. It just kind of like what I told her. It's kind of like what we're around, you know what I'm saying? And like the females we're around, and what this industry brings, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a different type of female. You know
I know you've tapped into like the corrido side. You have a song's called Loqueando, where you're featured on it, right?
Yeah, I'm featured on it. Well, we actually produced that shit too.
Okay, dope.
Yeah. So
What was that like, man? Did you have to transition and tap into your super Mexican side? Because I know that your parents are from Mexico, obviously.
Right.
Zacatecas and Guadalajara, I want to say.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Well, yeah, my parents, like my dad, shout out to my mom. She's like one of my biggest supporters. But
yeah.
my dad, he comes from, my family comes from like mariachis and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, I was playing a gang of different music and shit like that. So it was kind of, I just got that ear for it and shit. So when they came to make a record, I was like, all right, how we gonna do this so I can freak this? Cause I gotta be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear the record, like, I didn't want to be corny with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I was like, look, we gonna talk about what we usually talk about, but we just gonna make it sound good over this type of beat, and we pulled that shit off.
Yeah,
bro.
it sounds really good.
I hear a lot of people trying to duplicate that sound that we made, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna say it, but we made that sound the way it was supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
You
like Burner did it with Old Boy, where they did the song, I think it was El Chivo or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, that song El Chivo. Yeah.
Right? So he did some similar, but ours is different. Ours has like a, it's not exactly the same as the way they did it, you know what I'm saying?
Sad Boy Loco, and I think also the people over Prajin music, kind of in Sad Boy Loco's new album, he's in there like rapping corridos in Spanish and rapping.
Right.
It's super sick, and I think it's something that the music industry is being a witness to something new. You know what I mean? This is a new kind of mix and a new wave, because we grew up Mexican, like, I'm sure you have very fond Mexican memories of you and your mom and your dad, perhaps, and shit. And, you blended that style with today's style, because that's how we grew up. I mean, we didn't grow up in Mexico,
right?
But we still held on to our culture, and we integrated to the culture of America.
Yeah.
And now we're singing and rapping on corridos and shit. We're taking the art, that was from a different culture and mixing it to our shit.
Yeah.
The Latino culture is taking over, bro. And it's the Latino dollar that I feel the Latino or Latinos like us are not taking the benefit of, and other people are. Right. What do you think is the key for us to kind of benefit from that?
I mean, it just on the music side.
Yeah, like how do we benefit? Because I know they take advantage of us, bro. Straight up.
Yeah. Who's taking advantage of us?
Like record labels and whatnot, and people not really like. YouTube probably pocketing the shitload of money from a lot of stuff that you could probably be making.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's hard to. We still trying to learn that shit, bro. We're still trying to find out how to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Mexicans, we're really divided. You know what I'm saying? And that's been like that, bro, from years. You know what I'm saying? We've been divided when it comes to coming together and creating something for us.
There's a lot of good things happening, though. I think you want to say maybe you kind of reconcile your differences with King Lil G. Like you guys have a better relationship now than before.
Man, we just doing our own thing.
Just doing your own thing, nothing.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that because like you said, there's a lot of that stuff in between us. But the good thing is that one, you're not beefing. There's respect, I guess, mutual respect between both of you to kind of just do your own thing.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And
I mean, we didn't take nothing publicly and shit like that. People knew because.
And that's respectable, dog. People don't really need to know at the end of the day and shit.
What I'm saying? It's just people speculate and. People want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Now that shit comes with maturing too, bro. Probably the old you would have been like, "Fuck that."
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It all goes back to like, whatever's for the streets should be for the streets, and whatever for the media should be for the media. You know what I'm saying?
You were talking about your fan. We were talking about your fans earlier, and we were talking about, I think off air, about you wanting to go to Mexico and experience that.
Well, yeah, they want me out there, man. They want me out there. There's
a lot of unification happening right now with artists from Mexico and in LA right now and stuff. So I think that's a good vibe. That's a good wave.
It's crazy though, because like people like Sekan and people like out there that are really doing their shit, rapping. Mm-hmm. They don't even need us, bro. They're getting 60, 70 million views and shit. They're filling up arenas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and their hometowns too.
In their hometown.
Like
and they come out here and nobody knows them. Nobody knows them yet. It's like they don't need us.
Like it's a smaller fan base, but they're getting it's like a up and coming rapper when they get out
when
here.
they get out here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And like you know them, but I'm like I didn't even know they had a show. Like damn, that's crazy. You know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I think that's gonna be a good look, man. You should reach out. You should do something out there. United.
yeah.
You know, maybe do a Spanish album and shit.
Oh shit.
I know you got to tap into your Spanish. We're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna ask you something, and you're gonna have to identify it in Spanish. If you don't know it, it's okay. No worries and shit. You know, I get it. Sometimes, you know, we grew up not knowing.
Are we playing it right now?
No, we're gonna play it later before we end the podcast.
Okay, I'm like, goddamn. We going all right. We'll try to figure that
real
out.
basic shit. Maybe some. Are you smarter than the fifth grader question? You know, stuff like that.
Shit, man, right now I'm feeling like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, no sleep, but we'll run it.
My manager probably couldn't do it either, though. It's cool. We tried earlier, you know.
Oh yeah.
He's nodding and shit like, damn.
You're like motherfucker.
Nah,
right.
man, we good though. But hey, you have music, new music coming up after your year hiatus. You have well, you said it was a part. I said I mentioned Barjet Avenue 2, and you're like, no, we don't have a name for it yet.
We don't have a name
what's
because
going
you
on?
know we got. You know, we got some trophies under the belt, man. We got Straight Out the 9. We got Hype Forever 1.
Mhm.
I did a Hype Forever 2. Yeah, so we got Barget Ave. That's really the ones that captured the streets, you know what I'm saying? And the fans want it, you know what I'm saying? But
They were asking for that shit.
they be asking for it, bro. So we gonna figure out how we gonna hit it. But I gotta tap into that. So like Straight Out the 9. If I do part 2, I gotta come with it. You know what I'm saying?
you gotta come fire.
You know what I mean? And you know, as you evolve and as the music starts changing, you know what I'm saying? People want to hear different shit, different beats. You know what I'm saying? You wanna, you know, so you kind of gotta go back and tap into that vibe. And I was able to do it with High Forever 2, you know, because High Forever 1 came out like in 2015. And a few years later after that, maybe 2018, you know, it's almost like you got to get back into that mentality you had when you made the album and shit in order for it to even compete with the Hype Forever 1.
You
know
did
what I'm
that with I'm looking for it with Gang Coast.
Oh, okay.
With Gang Coast, I felt like it was very kind of barged down, Straight Out of 9 and shit because you were very personal but very very graphic with your fucking with your words and your lyrics.
Yeah.
The stories, you know, were very
Gang Coast, yeah. Gang Coast was for me. Like
that shit was dope.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the music right now is different. You know what I mean? What people want to hear, what people are playing, because you want to give the fans what they want as well, right? As long as you don't, when I say that, I'm talking about beat selection, because you're never really gonna change. As an artist, you shouldn't really change what you're talking about or what you're doing, you know,
right.
or your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as beat selection, yeah, Gang Coast went back to it. We took it back, and that was an album more about myself. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I just didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling that. You know, I call it like, you know, just like that fuck music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say I'm back on my bullshit, like, you know, I'm back on my bullshit because I'm just gonna be talking shit. I'm talking about spraying up and all that. You know what I'm saying? But for that album, it was a more conscious album for me.
And it felt more conscious. When I heard it, I was like, oh shit. That's when I was like, okay, this was matured and shit.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You know, so that was cool. That was a good look, good sound.
And you know, and that one resonated a lot with the core fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then I come back out with some, you know, some fuckery with me and Phoenix.
With the buffoonery and shit.
and me and Chuck, we on a yacht, you know what I'm saying, and in our fucking underwears, bro, smoking, you know, fucking cigars and shit, bro.
Yo.
And it just went up. It just going up, you know what I mean? You know, so like, you know, it's you gotta balance it, bro. Like, you know, we them ones that's just running on. Shout out to Christian and DJ Charisma and everybody fucking with it, because man, they running it on Hip Hop Nation XM. They've been running for 2 weeks straight. You know,
You've been
what I mean?
running. I seen the post. I seen Charisma post you. Good luck. That's love right there. Power, love with Charisma. You know, dope. People are spreading everywhere. I want you to talk about a little bit though about your relationship with Phoenix. How's that going? How did that come about? Because you know, relationships sometimes are everything in this industry, bro. You know what I mean? So,
you know, with Phoenix, and I think this is something a lot of artists should hear. You know what I mean?
Let it be known.
I think they should hear this because the rap game is a business, right?
Right.
And the product that we make is for sale. You know what I'm saying? So when you come up to an artist and you say, hey, I want to do a song with you, right? Obviously, I'm going to profit off that song, right? Because I'm going to put it up on iTunes. I'm going to put it up everywhere. I'm
distribute it.
Yeah, my main goal is to profit off that song. So when you come to a new artist or come to an artist that you haven't worked with that's already in the game, I feel it's important that you come to him correctly, because how am I going to tell you to give me something for free that I'm going to go and sell? You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of respect that people don't really realize that you know what I'm saying, the business side of this shit, bro. And at some points people could get salty, you know what I mean, and what have you, you know what I mean? And when the first time we did Hang with the Gang with Phoenix, one of the past albums that I did, this is what happens. It's like, I'm like, yo, Phoenix, what's up? Let's jump on this record. We talked to his manager. All that shit happened. We put a little bread in his pocket, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know what I'm investing in my business to make profit, right? So, okay, this is a cool investment. Here's some bread for you, bro. Now that develops a different type of relationship, because now, right, after these years, we've kept in touch. He heard the record. He was like, I'm on that record. You ain't got to shoot me nothing. I just want to jump on that record. I want to be on that record. I want to fucking, do the video and shit. So it's important to what I'm saying is important to establish the right relationships early and start it off early. You know what I'm saying? So down the line, you know what I mean? Then you build that shit where motherfuckers just want to work and grind with you. You know what I mean?
Fuck. And this motherfucker just dropped like major fucking gems and shit, dude.
Nah, man, but it makes sense.
It makes sense, because that's what this whole like hating on someone else, don't work for shit or ain't gonna benefit you at anyway, because you're just gonna stay stagnant. You're not gonna have relationships. You're not gonna be able to grow, outsource, and make more money than what you're already making and shit. You know what I mean? So, dude, thank you for dropping that, because there's probably a lot of like new artists that probably want to get on and don't know about that kind of stuff. Like, what's the key to that? You know what I mean?
And then somebody come up to somebody and be like, "Hey, man, if they approach me or they approach my manager, they're like, hey, we want a verse." You know what I mean? It's like, there's a price to pay for that. You know what I mean? But who knows what that can lead to? You know what I mean? And if right away you put your guard up and you're like, nah, fuck that, then you close that door forever. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any new artists you want to work with? Like up and coming artists, anybody like old school artists even and shit? Someone who you still haven't, like, you've met and you still kind of want to do something with and shit?
I think we're lining some shit up with Sugar Free right now. They already sent a record. Yeah,
y'all both from Pomona, so y'all got that.
Yeah, we got some records in the vault.
Y'all both love bitches,
Yeah, we got some records in the vault with Cocaine. Above the Law, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers I used to bump when I was in the streets, just straight gangbanging, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
But the people that I want to reach is like, man, I want to get shit with like J-Rock, you know what I mean? Shit.
Hell yeah.
Cause you know my music, you know what I'm saying?
Your music is real, is real, it's grimy, homie. Like it's real talk and shit, real experiences. And it's good music. There's a lot of people who can still identify with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's a struggling guy trying to get out of the hood, man. And the shit you got to go through, trials and tribulations.
Yeah, no matter how far you get, man, like, the richest man in the world got problems, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never gets easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I'm chilling, I just bought a house. We doing all kinds of renovations and shit, but my mind don't stop, bro. It's like I feel like there's more work to be done.
So what's the hardest thing for you now? Things always get kind of hard. Like, what's one thing that's just harder now than it was before?
Other than the algorithm and the YouTube bullshit, it's just reaching the audiences again. You know what I'm saying? Especially after that year break.
What's worked for you so far to kind of reconnect?
The music is just putting
like
out the music,
fucking content. TikTok, You have a TikTok?
Yeah, I have a TikTok.
Are you active on it?
I haven't been, but it was going up. It goes up and shit. You know what I'm saying? But no matter, above all, like, the music is what's gonna reach motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna reach the people. It's gonna reach the fans. You know what I'm saying? And don't get like I try not to get discouraged. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't. Not in this industry, because once you're done, you're
Nah,
done,
you can't. You know, because we're used to dropping videos and hitting meals in like, you know, months and shit like that. You know, and now that shit is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not hitting those numbers yet, but I don't get discouraged by it, because I know that as long as we keep dropping, like, shit, we dropped the shit with Charlie Stone, motherfucker. One of them is already at almost like 600,000. The other one's at, the one we barely put out, that was like at 200,000. And then, the one with me and Phoenix passed 200,000 probably, I think. I'm not sure. This is all within like a month and a half. You know what I'm saying?
This is straight off of like YouTube and stuff?
This is no ads, no promo, no campaigns.
Just posting.
Just streets.
Just streets.
Just putting it out.
That's cool.
So once we figure out this shit with the label, you know what I'm saying?
That's
with
where
my
your
label,
core fans come into play,
that's where they come into play.
Because they're always looking for your content.
Yeah. Hey, man, if you're listening to music and you guys fuck with me, just repost it. That's all you gotta do. That's all we ask. You know what I'm saying? Repost it so your people can see it, and then they people can see it. It's like a word of mouth. It's always the best.
Subscribe, give us a like, drop a comment. You
feel
me?
All that. It means a lot. You know what I mean? It works.
And we do appreciate it, because like a lot of the times, like, since I've seen you come up, I know you appreciate it, because a lot of that wouldn't have happened without your core fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? You've seen me level up. This shit wasn't here. None of this was here. Mm-hmm. No manager, no nothing. And a lot of good things have happened, but all this comes from people that kind of know who you are and really fuck with you, your core fan base, dog. So shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much if y'all watching.
Yeah,
y'all fuck with
it's crazy, man. Hey, the people that be coming out from San Diego, from Barstow, from 4 or 5 hours away. I don't even remember all the cities, but when you guys come out and tell me, hey, I drove 5 hours to come to your show, like, it might not seem like it at the moment, but I'm super appreciative, because, I only have a few seconds to say thank you at a show.
Right.
And, hey, I appreciate it. And sometimes it might not come off as genuine, but genuinely, that's a milestone, bro. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? When you got people driving that far to go see your shows and showing up for you, bro, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you usually get most of your fans from out of state, like, or from out of town? Like, when you walk up and like, oh, I drove from so-and-so. Is there a state or a city that stands out the most?
Shit. San Diego.
I love Diego, man.
Fresno, Bakersfield, like, the ones that are out the way. They're here, but they out the way. You know what I'm saying?
They're out there listening, supporting.
Yeah, they'll come from Riverside to LA, from Indio to LA. That's a nice little drive, you know what I'm saying?
Hello drive. And a hot ass drive too in the summer, dog. You ain't got no AC and shit.
So, it's important that you acknowledge all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to acknowledge all that and shit,
What's your favorite city to perform in outside of LA?
I would think, anywhere in
most fun.
Oregon's fun.
Oregon's fun. Why is Oregon fun?
Because they show out, bro. They show out. They show up, man. And then they show up ready for that. It's a different feeling. Like, there's some cities where you go and, like, motherfuckers show up and it's a good vibe and shit. Mm-hmm. And there's other ones where you show up and it's just like incredible. You know what I mean? Like, the whole crowd is just like just there, you know what I'm saying, present. And they know every single word and different cities have different I would like to say attitudes, right? So you got one crowd in one city that's more mellow and chill, like, they're there and they're bumping.
They're just kind of vibing this shit, hanging out.
And they're having a good time, and that's cool. And there's other cities where they're just screaming. And they
love love when you're on your bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So.
They say, how you made it in Oregon?
What?
When Bigfoot shows up to your shows.
That fucking Sasquatch pulls up in the back, huh?
So stupid ass dad joke and shit, dog.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
But right now we're focused on, obviously I'm focused on the new album that's coming out. That's going to come out before this year.
Before this year, when can we roughly, like November? Late November, maybe?
Late November, that's coming out. And then me and Charlie Stone, we got an album together. So what I wanted to do was, can we get Charlie in here?
Man, bring him over here. Charlie, what's up, man? Shoot through.
Man, let's scoot you over, bro.
I think there's another set of headphones in there.
So yeah, what I'm trying to do is use my platform to help my loved ones and people around me. You know what I'm saying, and people that have talent and shit. And
it's not easy to help a lot of people either, especially being in your position. You're making money. People know you making money. It's a little hard for you to just kind of hand that shit out. So how do you kind of like go through the process of picking and choosing who you want to help out and whatnot?
Well, this is family, man.
Or who deserves it?
You know, this is family. Me and I know the fans know, and I'm pretty sure you know Compton Chapo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compton Chapo, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? And I've been knowing him from years and years. And then Charlie, I've been knowing him too. And it's just the work ethic that Charlie has that kind of determined, like, you know what I mean? You know, because me being an artist, and this should, you know, motherfuckers should pay attention to this. Me being an artist, I have to focus on my career, right? To advance myself in order to advance the people that I want to help.
Exactly.
Next to me, right? So, I think it's important that you have somebody that's already putting in that work and putting in that gas, and
it's got that fire in him.
Yeah, that's got that fire, and that's Chucky, man. You know what I'm saying?
Chucky, Charlie
Stone. You know what I'm saying?
Say what's up
Straight
to the
from
people,
Compton,
man.
You know
What's going on, baby? Right here from down the street from Compton.
What's up, man? Well, how do you feel about the fucking Compton swap meet being gone and shit? Now they put a Walmart.
Man, my grandparents' first house was right there on Oak, right there, right next to it on Long Beach. I still don't call it Walmart. I call it the swap meet.
Swap meet, dog. I'm still devastated, dog.
Yeah, it's Walmart now. I still don't call it Walmart.
Man, I'm still devastated about that shit. I lived in South Central and in Watts, like in the borderline. So I used to usually did to the Compton swap meet sometimes to buy my pro clubs, and there was this cool little smoke shop I used to get my shit at too. So, you know, I kind of miss it. Now I go in there to get diapers and shit.
Yeah.
You know? It's a little different though, man.
Yeah.
Yo, but talk to us about your music a little bit. You know, give us a little bit of your background and, you know, how your relationship with Young DrummerBoy kind of started.
Well, shit. I met my boy back in the day, like, maybe like 2014, 15 or so.
Yeah.
I was barely fucking with the music. I was still just doing my street shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead.
and it was just
Busting licks and shit.
I was selling dope.
Okay, straight
Yeah.
up. So I was selling the dope, dog.
Yeah, nah.
Just let them
Vivo de
know.
tres animales.
Oh God, hey, the homie beat some good cases, man, and you know he didn't do it.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, now you're on a better
Allegedly.
path, brother. So what's up? Continue.
I mean, so yeah, I was doing my music shit already. It came to a point where it was either do this or that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stick here to the money good. Ended up getting busted, fighting 30 years. Did 3. I've been out for 2. I got out the end of 2020, September or so. Got in the studio around November, and rap really wasn't even my first option. I was like, I'm gonna go start a business. I'm gonna go do this. And I was just like, man, you know what? Let me just stick to what I know. I'm gonna do this music shit. You know what I mean?
So how did you realize that you know, like, oh shit, you know, I think I could really, you know, I can fuck with him. I think he got good music. He got good skills and shit. So like, how did that realization come into play with you and Young DrummerBoy?
I think that came into play. Like we had the same producer. I was working with his producer Hundo. Shout out to Hundo. Yeah. So I was grinding out with him. So I was already doing my music maybe like a good year and a half with him until already putting out my own shit on TuneCore, putting out my own videos, using the same video dude's voice, Turtle. So we was already using the same team and shit. So it just made sense. You know what I mean? It just made sense.
Gotta give a quick shout out to Turtle though, real quick, because Turtle, since the beginning, bro, you've seen it all. The fucking hard drives you have with the pictures must be worth something, dog. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can get him to pay you. Please don't show that picture, dog.
Oh yeah. Oh, God.
Yo, shout out to the homie Turtle though, for real, man.
Yeah.
So now you guys have this relationship. You guys expected to drop something late November.
It's gonna be before the end of this year. Everything we've been working on is gonna be out.
And what kind of sound are we expecting here?
Man,
Sure.
unbelievable. Like it's just. I mean, I go in there. I'm not trying to sound like nobody else. I'm not doing nothing but me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it just comes from that. And he doing his thing, I'm doing mine, and just complement each other well.
That's good. I like that. If it works, it works. You feel me? So I'm excited to hear this. Excited to listen to it. Hopefully, it comes out sooner than expected.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
Huh.
You know.
No, it's going. Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? The thing with me and Chuck is we have good chemistry, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
That's hard to find.
That's definitely hard to find, man. I mean, we tell the same jokes and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? We're in there, and it's just like a vibe, bro. And you could tell that through the music. You know what I'm saying? I think that's real important because we're just not out there just trying to make shit that people can relate to. We're just making shit.
Yeah.
I've said it before. Like,
and are you Latino también?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Mexican. My family from Jalisco, from Guadalajara.
Hablas español y toda la madre.
La neta. Ya sabes.
Es que el pinche bueno viene sometimes.
I had to bring him in for those 5 questions.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna play that little game right now and shit in just a few minutes, dude. But before we get into that, you want to jump on the mic real quick, bro, and let people know, Charlie, where they can find your Instagram, your social media, all that good stuff.
My Instagram, Hub City Chuck. Chuck spelled C-H-U-K. Hub City, you already know that spelled. Everything's loaded up. We got a bunch of shit on the way. I mean, it's just...
Where can they find your music?
It's on everything. Apple, Spotify. It's on everything. Yep.
All digital platforms.
Yep, all digital platforms.
All digital. That's what it is, real.
Yep.
Now, are you guys invested into cryptocurrency?
Nah, I'm not. I don't
No?
I don't really know about that.
Man, I tried that shit, man.
Wait, that shit sound like they took your money, dog. It sounds like
Hey,
they took
motherfuckers
your-
was selling. They were selling dreams. You know what I mean? And don't
I
don't
got
get me
in
wrong.
there-
I put some money in there. There's still some money in there. Hey, if it go up, it go up. You'll
Look,
find
there
out.
is. Same here. I got a little bit, and it's tight. Wasn't much. It was cool, but yeah. After that, it was just almost like a straight loss. So right now, it's just kind of in there, waiting for that shit to kind of boot back up. And
they
shit.
got us, bro.
They got us. Damn,
They
we
got
got
us.
shit. You gotta warn me about this shit, Wally. Damn, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I fucked up. All right, man. Well, look, let's before we end the interview, let's go
sir.
ahead and we're gonna do some Spanish questions real quick. All right.
Oh yeah. Before we get into that, can we? I want to talk about the club, bro. Can we talk about?
Oh
the
hell
club?
yeah, shit! You
Yeah.
got a club jumping off. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Reunion Thursdays, man. Every Thursdays in Anaheim. You know what I'm saying?
OC.
OC. You know what I mean?
I like the OC, man. They got a real cool vibe out there. When I was young and single and shit, you know what I mean? Shit, let me just say, dog, that LA vibe to OC sometimes really played a big role, and people love that shit sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a really good time. So you're in Anaheim in Orange County.
Yeah. So we doing, and yeah, it's at the Envy Lounge. It's called Reunion Thursdays. That's the day we got right now. So the last one we did was last week. It was me and Sugar Free. That shit went up, bro.
Are you expected to have artists like every week? Are you expected to have just a good time?
Valentino, Jay Valentino's gonna be
hell
there.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Valentino.
You know, I think Swifty Blue's gonna be there this week.
Make sure to check in.
Yeah, you know, a couple dope artists gonna be there. It's more about the vibe, man. And,
Hell yeah.
and if you like checking out some honeys and shit, and you know me and you out there trying to spend a little money and look somewhere you could drink and chill with a chill vibe, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about any drama going on and shit. Pull up to Reunion Thursdays, man. It's going up. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, man. What's up? Hopefully let's get me to host that shit, dog.
Let's go, bro.
Hell
There it is.
We out
Christian,
there, we
you
hosting
heard him.
that shit.
He's ready to host one of the nights, man.
Hell yeah, man. We out there, bro. Reunion Thursdays and shit.
Yes,
What is
sir.
it? Envy Lounge?
Envy Lounge,
Envy
yeah,
Lounge.
yeah.
Orange County.
Hey, we'll hook
shit,
you
we
up,
out
man.
there.
Get you bottles and shit. You just have a good time and
Hell
do your shit.
yeah,
I already
we
know
out there.
you getting it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Shit, we gonna
Reunion
do that.
Thursdays, man. We got all kinds of shit in the way. But let's get into these questions. Let's
Man,
see
my
what
boy
it is.
entrepreneur right here. All right, so we're gonna test your Espanol a little bit. Un poquito. Un poquito. All
If
right.
I ain't got it, I'm passing the stick. You know.
All right, so this is what we're going. I'm just gonna name something. And you gotta give me the answer in Spanish. All right.
All right.
How do you say hand in Spanish?
Mano,
How do you say nose in Spanish?
I know that one. Nariz.
Hey, okay, shout out 1 point for Chuck and shit.
All right. That's one and one.
One and one. How do
You
you
should put a buzzer. Man. Put a buzzer.
how do you say knee in Spanish?
Fuck.
Hey, yeah, the chingón, way 2 to 1.
This nigga just showing off, bro.
Oh shit, let me give you a hard one. How do you say ankle in Spanish?
Tobillo.
Damn, tobillo. All right, cool.
That don't even make sense, bro. I gotta check that one out.
Write the book. I just read it.
How do you say hat in Spanish?
Cachucha. I went for that buzzer like a motherfucker, bro.
All right, that was a smarter than fifth grader question. Let's see. Before Hawaii and Alaska, how many states were there in the United States?
50, right?
Okay, there's 50 now, but before Alaska and Hawaii got integrated,
I dropped out in 9th grade.
48. There was 48 states
I wanted to
before.
say
Yeah,
that.
49 to 50.
All right.
All right.
So
what was it? I
we're
think
not smarter than the 5th grader, by the way.
shit. I had to look that shit up too, dog. Like, let's see. What continent is the United States on?
North America.
Yeah.
Huh?
North
America. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. North America. Okay. What continent is Australia in?
Australia.
Hey, okay, cool. There you go.
Oh, that was a trick
That was
question
a trick
right
question and shit. Antarctica? Nah.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This motherfucker reads a lot, bro. I ain't read a book since fucking Dr. Seuss, bro. You know what I mean? 5th grade, probably 4th grade.
Did you have green eggs and ham this morning and shit?
Yeah. Oh god.
Won't have them with the fox. Won't have them in the box.
Hey, see, this is why I need Chuck. Hey, Chuck needs a picker. You know, he picks me up. You know, I gotta pass the baton because he knows
That's a
more
good.
shit.
That's a good balance too, man. How are you? You balance them out with the bitches too and shit, or what? Because we know DrummerBoy loves his girls, man.
we gonna save that for another episode. You know.
Yo, man, DrummerBoy.
I have no recollection of the event question.
Yeah.
DrummerBoy Chuck, man, thank you so much for stopping by the Forever Up podcast. This is episode number 1 of season number 2,
Hey,
the premiere. So here and yo, thank you so much. Come back and visit us, please. You're welcome back anytime, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for having me. I mean, you know, I've been fucking with you for a long time and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate you having us on here and shit like that. You know, it means a lot to me. You know, anything I could do for you, you know, I'm here. Pull up to the club. You know, it's gonna be a good
shit,
time.
let's get that shit for
And,
real.
you know, anybody watching, man, watch out, cause me and Chuck, we on the way, man. We ready. You know what I'm saying? We back at it. You know what I mean? So. If you hoped I retired, you better think twice, cause you know what I'm saying, I'm outside, you know what I mean?
There you go, man. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much, man. Appreciate it. Snap it up. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff. Forever Up Podcast Season 1 comes to an end. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm so focused on what I got going on, you know. I ain't got no time, baby. I'm sorry. I ain't never had a silver spoon. Granny house on the couch in the living room. If you living what you rapping, and I'm feeling you.